Hi everyone, welcome again on my channel. Today we will see our next topic in this video series, that is next part of MRP or Material Requirement Planning. Before this video we have already seen two part in MRP. In MRP part 1 we have covered all details of MRP configurations and all, along with two MRP types, PD and manual MRP. And after that, in second video we have covered automatic reorder point. Then in this video today we will cover next topic, that is forecast based MRP. So I will not go into the detail what we have seen so far. I will directly jump into the video and we will start directly with forecast based MRP planning, as you already know MRP very well now, I believe. So I will not go into basic details and I will start directly with MRP for forecast based planning. So we have seen all this PD. In consumption based, we have seen VB, VM, or V2, and today we will see forecast based planning, and its MRP type is VV. So we will go into directly the slide of uh, forecast based planning. So yeah, so forecast based planning is also based on the material consumption. That is nothing but like how was the trend in history where you consumed a material. So like reorder point planning, forecast based planning operates using a historical value, as I said, and also the forecast value. So what all values are decided in forecast, and future requirements determined via the integrated forecasting program. And however, in contrast to reorder point planning, these values then from the basis of the planning run. So it can be formed from the basis of planning run. So we'll see all these details. So here this VV planning also considered your future planning runs, like if you have some requirement from planning run of production or maybe from sales order, this also considered in this. So the forecast values therefore have direct effect in MRP as a forecast requirement. Then system copies the requirement quantity that it has forecast in the requirement planning and run and calculate the net requirement. During this calculation, every period is checked to make sure that forecast requirement are covered. So depending on period, whether you are running this VV for weekly planning or a monthly planning, so depending on system will consider all the requirements in this. So yeah, so next, yeah, we saw this. So if material shortage occurs, then system generate procurement proposal. Then system calculates quantity recorded in the procurement proposal according to the lot. So we know that for all MRPs, lot size plays an important role, and system ordered materials or product as per the lot that we mentioned. So that's fine. Then next, forecast based planning. So VV or forecast based planning is used primarily for material which are showing a consumption pattern that is a regular over the period of time. Also for those material whose value is fairly low, not volume, I'm talking about the value, and also required a long replenishment lead time. So when you buy material and let's say for that material GR processing or delivery time is long, in those cases we use forecast based planning. Also important thing, forecast based planning is a backward scheduling. So in last automatic reorder point we have seen forward scheduling, then forecast based planning is a backward scheduling. So once you decide your order, you see like when I wanted to deliver this order, according to that delivery or due date you decide like when should shipment should be done. So let's say your shipment need 3 days to deliver that order from your plant to the location of customer. So before 3 days at least you should do shipment, and then how much time you need to procure that produce that material, maybe assembly or production, whatever it is. So maybe 2 days, then like 3 plus 2 5 days at least before delivery you should start production. and how much time you need to collect the resources, means it's supporting materials or assemblies or whatever needed here. So let's say you need like 3 days to collect this all material, so 3 2 or 2 like 5 7 and this 3, so maybe 10 days. So before delivery at least 10 days you should have all these details. Then depending on delivery date you will start your requirement gathering, then you will manufacture product, and on delivery date you will provide that material. Drawback of this backward scheduling is if something went wrong you will not get a buffer time. So that's the drawback of this backward scheduling, but it always maintain your inventory cost very well because you will not store your material unnecessarily in your store. So let's dive into the system and we will see this VV, our forecast based planning. So first I will create a material with MM01, then rest all the views are same that we saw in reorder point, automatic reorder point. So forecasting needed and rest all common views MRP 1 2 3 4, although we don't need MRP 3 and 4 but 1 and 2 needed. So material name I will give maybe test forecast MRP. Then unit of measure material group, just giving required details and not all. Okay, then MRP1. So here we, as I said, we use mostly it for low fairly value. So I will use the ABC indicator as a 3. Then yeah, MRP type. So in MRP type, we will provide here forecast based planning. So we have here VV. So that is our forecast based planning. Then no reorder point, no planning cycle. Okay, MRP controller needed and lot size. So I will use our EX, or I can use monthly lot size as well, whatever suits. Okay, then press enter. Then procurement type I will keep it as it is, no change. Then GR processing 2 days and maybe plan delivery 2 days. Okay, then nothing in MRP 3 and 4. Okay, then this view is important. So again, like forecast based planning, here we can decide. So what will be the my period indicator, monthly or weekly? So maybe I can check. I can take even monthly only. Then historical period 12 forecast. I maybe wanted to do, let's say, for 7 months, and periods per season. So 12. Then this if you don't know control data, leave as it is because system will bring. Here we have alpha, beta, gamma and all factors. These all theoretical terms, and how it impact on MRP you can study, like it will be very vast topic, so you can study that. But if you don't know, leave as it is what is system bringing here, and take this reset automatically. Then consumption value, so same like previous MRP, we will maintain here consumption value. So I will give random values. So just provide any random values, that just for test purpose you can give any. I'm just giving for how many period, 12 I guess. Okay, okay, let's see, that's all I guess. Okay, one more period needed. Okay, yeah, then I will go back. Then usually we do a forecast execution here, but I will show you another different T code to forecast and how it run exactly every time. So this time I will not run forecast period, so I will not get a forecast values either. See, it's blank. Okay, then I will go into the next view of material. I haven't selected forecast model, so I will select a J, that is automatic forecast model, then plant data, nothing. Then in this accounting view, just give accounting details. I am using standard material types. I am just giving some random number. So I have created this material 270590. Okay. Then I was saying we can run this MRP type with some different forecasting T code, and we have T code MP30. So this T code can also be used to execute your forecasting or check a forecasting or keep running this forecasting according to requirement every month depending on history. So I have executed MP30. Just press enter and see. You will see similar view that you see in MRP forecasting view. Here you have again three options. So if here we can see past data that we have given in system, then here we have execute. So similar like execute T code. So if I execute, so it will ask me a period for which period I wanted to run. So let's say for month of August. If I execute, see system have calculated for next, I guess I have given 7 periods only, so system have calculated next 7 months. Then back, you can see your forecast value that we saw. So it's pretty similar screen that we see in forecasting view, and you can run it through MP30. So this is the T code MP30, and you can execute from this as well. Let's say I want to execute for next month, I can execute it from here itself. So see, requirement got deduct because we are executing by skipping a month, but I will keep execution for current month only, that is period 8. Okay, then save value. Then same time, if yeah, even though I have done forecasting, system will not generate a reorder point in this. So I would like to show you that. Yeah, so if I go in MRP1 view, see I have executed uh, forecasting, but system haven't generated any reorder point, neither any safety stock. So in this system will only generate a future requirement, not this safety planning or stock anything. So even I will show you, if I execute it here, system will not generate reorder point or anything. Okay, I have executed. Now I will go in MRP1 or 2 view. So see, no reorder point, and if I go in MRP2 as well, no safety stock. So this is how this view work. It will only generate a future requirement, not any reorder or safety stock or anything like that. Likewise, where we saw in previous video of automatic reorder point, system is to create a reorder point and a safety stock in previous automatic reorder point video. But here system will not create that thing. Now we will try to run MRP. So I am running T code MD04. So just to see requirements. Here we can see requirements. So press enter. For this material only we want to see a requirement. So what is the future requirements for this material? So see, for next 7 months it has a requirement, and here are the requirement materials. Okay, now if I execute MRP, so I will get the same result in MD03. I will not save this because I want to show you something different as well in same thing. So see, now also here we can see the same result. Now I will not save this. Let's say for same material I have some schedule from maybe planning side, or maybe from through a sales order from customer. Let's say for a month of, here I have schedule from planning, let's say 25, here let's say 30, here let's say 45, and for this month a 5 quantity. Okay, and again maybe 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 here. Okay, here 2 quantity for example, and save this schedule from planning side. Okay, now again I will go in MB04 to see a requirement, what all requirement I have. So see, here system now bringing these internal requirements as well. This 5, 25, all this. Okay, so if I go in MD03 and I run MRP for this material, I will get this result. Okay, so system consider requirement from both your forecasting as well as if you get requirement from maybe sales or production, so it will consider. Okay, I'm not saying then again you can convert this plan order into the purchase requisition and keep your flow going on, or maybe if it's a production order you can create and go ahead. So this is it in this video. So we have seen forecast based planning VV. So it calculate depending on your future requirement. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions on this video, please feel free to put your comments in comment section, and I will try to answer all these questions about this forecast based planning. Also, additionally, I have one very good document of it. I will put a link for that document in a video description. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.